during the Prime Minister's meeting with President Donald Trump at the White House yesterday. But just how serious is Mark Carney in bringing back that shelved proposal? Tyson Fedor reports. Prime Minister, did you and Mr. Trump agree to revive the Keystone XL pipeline? Very good discussions on a wide range of issues, and I look forward to talking. A return to Ottawa for the Prime Minister, as sources tell CTV News. He floated the idea of a key. Alberta just confirmed a brand new pipeline deal with the U.S., and it's a pretty big one. It changes a lot. Ottawa scrambling. We're talking about the Keystone XL deal. Like this would put jobs and energy and sovereignty back. Well, specifically Alberta, because that's what we're talking about specifically here today. You see, Carney went over to Washington, D.C. He spoke to Trump and, like Carney's, he loves climate talk. He can talk about all he wants. But Alberta here is like acting. They want this deal to happen. It's a big deal. This would be a power shift because who's smiling right now? It's Donald Trump. He knows this is the kind of deal that he's been talking about all along. We should build more pipelines. Any pipeline's a good pipeline. We just need more delivery. TC Energy's controversial project dates back to 2008 and was to carry crude from Hardisty, Alberta to Nebraska, but it was rejected by U.S. President Barack Obama, then revived in Donald Trump's first term and canceled again in 2021 under the Joe Biden administration. But Trump revoked that order this year. Keystone XL isn't a thing anymore. Many of the rights of way have expired. The pipe that was in the ground, much of it's been pulled out. So, it would have to start at square one. The project would link energy between the two countries and could serve as a relief measure for steel and aluminum tariffs. Certainly, it could be another one of the levers that increases North American energy security. And so, it certainly warrants exploring. It comes as Alberta and BC squabble over a new pipeline to the BC North Coast, with Premier David Yaya opposed and Premier Daniel Smith seeking routes within Canada to export. Now, let's call this for what it is. Mark Carney's desperate attempt to look relevant again after years of failed energy policies. And suddenly, he's talking about reviving the Keystone XL pipeline. I just said it earlier. Look at that. The same project that your own government destroyed. Carney, killed off not once but twice. Donald Trump, he's reopening the door to North American energy independence, and Carney's wanting to peek through like nothing happened. Hey, just don't mind me. Give me a break. The Keystone XL pipeline deal. It was never just a pipe dream. It was a symbol of common sense. A project that would have created thousands of jobs, stabilized energy prices, and strengthened the alliance between Alberta and the United States. It was the kind of deal that Trump pushed because he understood something simple. Nations that control their own energy supply their own energy independence to control their future. Carney, on the other hand, always played for the globalist crowd. He talked about sustainability, climate equity, transition funds. What has he done for Canadians? Higher prices, lost jobs, zero progress. And now, with Ottawa's energy strategy collapsing and Alberta going its own way, it looks like he's now seeing the value in the pipeline. Oh, wow. Look at that. I've seen the light. You can't make this stuff up. I suppose I could just go down to the United States and start working with American counterparts to see if we can build more pipelines. They've expressed an interest in restarting the Keystone XL. And I suppose we could maybe sell another 1 million or 2 million barrels a day additional to the United States. A former TC Energy executive who worked on the initial Keystone proposal says this could benefit Canada's energy sector if Mark Carney is serious. So what's happening now is proof that Trump's energy-first philosophy of works. He revoked Biden's ban, which was stupid. He cleared the path and told Canada, if you got oil, let's move it. Let's move it, baby. He didn't say that exactly, but it's the vibe. He said, let's do it. That's leadership. Compare that with Carney's cautious exploration language. The man can't even say yes to building anything that's good for his country without a meeting and a climate audit and a press release. Alberta doesn't need more press releases. It doesn't need more fluff. He needs action. He needs a doer. But he's not. He's the American president. You see, I got to be honest. This move isn't about cooperation. This is about survival. It's desperation. Canada's energy policies are crumbling under their own hypocrisy and their own weight. It's a mess. It's strangling pipelines and all of these weird regulatory things and this red tape. And in Canada is wondering why investors are fleeing going to Texas because this sucks. We can't work here. Alberta's economy, on the other hand, has the resources. It has the drive and the will, which is big. And now, thanks to Trump, a willing partner south of the border. So let's do it. The federal elites are worrying about optics and Alberta's ready to build. They're chomping at the bit. They were like, yes, please. We want this. America's ready, too. Trump knows the stakes. Energy independence is not an economic thing. It is national security. Every barrel that flows from Alberta to the U.S. weakens OPEC, strengthens North America, the stability, and lowers costs for working families. It's common sense, something that Carney lacks. He can hold as many meetings as he wants. He can float as many ideas as he likes. Everybody watching knows that the Keystone revival only happens if Trump is in the picture. He put the muscle behind it. He's putting action behind the words. He's the one that cut through the red tape, fought the environmental lobbyist, and basically said shove it and shovels in the ground. And Carney's busy drafting memos. Trump's shaping the future. The pipeline is more than steel and oil. It's a reminder that America and America only is the way to go, and let's bring Alberta along. Alberta and America could lead in energy, and that would be great for both sides. Both sides. No, time will tell if this moves forward. And if it does, it's not going to be because of Canadian bureaucrats at Carney and their political posturing. It's because Trump brought the backbone into North American energy. Prime Minister Mark Carney returned to Parliament Hill after his trip to Washington and meeting with the U.S. president. Now, he didn't say much on his way in. We'll take a moment to pause. Lots of questions for him here. Okay. But we didn't really get much from the Prime Minister in person. That said, he did just post on social media, and to that end his message there said we had productive meetings with U.S. Senate representatives yesterday as Canada and the United States looked ahead to next year's review of CUSMA. He says, we're focused on delivering greater certainty for businesses and creating powerful new opportunities for our youth. See what's happening here? Currently hoping quietly to pitch a revival of the Keystone XL pipeline. The same thing that his own party destroyed and helped bury. He didn't announce it proudly because he knows what it means. Trump says what he wants. Give me the Keystone XL pipeline. He wants it built. It means Trump was right. It means conceding that America First policies is better. They work. It means that acknowledging the green fantasy is a scam. It's a lie that they were selling to people. It's failed miserably. And Carney's posting vague tweets about productive meetings and certainty for businesses. Trump's talking about results. He's a doer. Carney's version of certainty is red tape, climate reports, and years of regulatory paralysis, which is stupid. Trump's version is let's do it. Put shovels on the ground. Let's just do it. Oil flowing south and north. It's a good thing. Jobs returning to both sides. It's a difference between a bureaucrat and a builder. Now, make no mistake, Trump is holding the leverage here. Canada does not have the economic weight, the military might, the political sway. It holds nothing. Canada has no ability to determine or dictate terms of anything anymore. The only reason Carney's even there and getting airtime is because Trump is humoring him and giving him the opportunity to prove that Canada still wants to act like a serious energy partner. Trump knows it. Carney knows it. Alberta has what America needs. Clean, reliable, secure oil, crude, and Trump is smart enough to use that to strengthen U.S. energy independence, not weaken it under the weight of globalist nonsense and stupidity. Carney's game is obvious. He's trying to use it to save his, but using Keystone XL as a bargaining chip for steel and aluminum tariffs. It's the only big chip he has left, it seems. Or maybe there's something else we don't know about. But that's what I think. I think that this would bring about mutual prosperity, but everybody knows better. He's not negotiating from strength. He's begging for relevance, and the United States doesn't need Ottawa's permission to do anything to lead on energy. Trump proved that once, and he's doing it again. Yeah. It's interesting because yesterday afternoon when Dominic Leblin, the the minister in charge of Canada-US trade, was briefing reporters, he talked about trying to get movement on steel and aluminum. Remember, they have tariffs right now of 50% imposed on them. And he mentioned energy, which kind of raised eyebrows a little bit because no one knew specifically what he was referring to. Well, it turns out it was a conversation broached by the Prime Minister about the Keystone XL pipeline, which is a pipeline many Canadians are probably familiar with because it has been around the idea of it for more than 15 years. The idea of moving Alberta oil from Alberta down to Nebraska and beyond and into Texas, and allowing the United States to have a larger share of our resources from Canada to buy more. Think about what this deal represents. It's not just Alberta oil. It's the return of logic. It's the return of a direct connection between the two economies that actually make things, produce things, and power the world. When Trump says yes, Keystone XL, he's saying yes to lower prices, stronger supply chains, and energy dominance. When Carney mumbles about exploring opportunities, he's really saying we have no plan but what Roger Coe tells if you let us. Great look, Alberta is ready to move. Premier Daniel Smith is openly talking about working with American counterparts if Ottawa keeps dragging his feet. Like, what do you expect? That's leadership. That's the vision. That's the kind of initiative that Trump respects. You have states and provinces taking control of their future instead of waiting for permission from bureaucrats. The irony is that Carney's revival of Keystone XL is not his. It's actually Trump's because the pipeline was born under strong leadership, killed by weak ones, and now stands a chance again. Only because Trump never stopped believing in energy independence. Every barrel that flows south is going to be a reminder that Trump did this. Not Canada, not Canadian, not Carney. It's not the politicians in Ottawa. Carney's problem is that he's still pretending Canada can straddle both sides of this world. No, the fantasy of carbon neutrality and the reality of oil. He wants to be the green reformer in the pipeline pragmatist. No, that's not how it works. You're either build or you stall. Trump is building Carney dithers. So yes, the Keystone XO conversation is back, but not because of Canada. Not because they sudden courage. It's because they have to. It's because they have to. Trump's America is once again dictating the terms of reality. He's the only one in the room who treats energy like strategy, not symbolism. And Carney knows it. And that's all that I have for you today, guys, from us here at the Zone Media Network. I'm Griffin, your host. Feel free to head on over to American Zone for the latest American news, where you'll see me there. And do not forget to subscribe, comment down below. I do read the comments. I love you all, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.